Giza Plateau, you've seen so much, and now you come to the grand colossal of Haru akhet, also known as akhet, and also known by the Greek name the Sphinx. The Sphinx is not what the ancestors did not call it the Sphinx, that's the Greek name. This colossal, the oldest colossal on the planet Earth, 240 feet long and over 65 feet high. As you see it like now, going through renovations, but it was not always like this. It was under the sand periodically through the ages. Back when I came here in the early 80s, we used to come right up to the falls of akhet. And there you'll see a dream stela. It was put there by an African king named Menkaperat IV of the 18th dynasty. It's called the dream stela because he fell asleep, and akhet came to him in his dream and said, if you dig the sand for me, I will make you the next Nisu or Sultan or king of ancient Egypt. He proceeded to do that and became the next king of ancient Egypt. That tells us that akhet also represented initiation. Coming down between the poles of akhet, that means that Menkaperat IV, also known as Thutmose IV of the 18th dynasty, was raised by the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw. Who's in the craft here? Anybody in the craft? Raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. All right. Now, where have you heard the idea of one being raised by the lion's paw?
Third degree.
Huh?
Third degree Freemasonry.
Third degree. And who was raised by the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw?
Hiram Abiff. Hiram
Who
Abiff.
raised him?
King Solomon.
Right. So here's a story of 900 years where Solomon raised Hiram Abiff by the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw. Is that correct?
Correct.
Where did that idea come from?
Right here.
That idea came right here because initiations and ceremonies took place where one was raised by the Grand Master's grip of akhet. And raised by the Grand Master's grip, this is where the whole idea of Western Freemasonry gets the idea of one being raised by the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw. This is one of the earliest spiritual representations of recognizing the divinity and representing the deity. It's called akhet because he's looking to the east because the sun rises in the east. Ra. It's a personification of Ra. Equally, when he rises in the east, when the constellation of Leo rises, again we got a connection to the stellar and celestial event. Symbolically, Haru was going back to his father in the constellation, I'll let you tell me. Orion, right. And Orion represented who?
Asar.
Correct. So here you see a whole spiritual celestial layout of this colossal right here, where Napoleon is documented by Baron Vivian Dinan, who was with Napoleon, who got his cannons to blow the nose off of akhet. Now where you are right now, a man by the name of Count Boney, who wrote his book, Ruins of the Empire, came here and looked up at this colossal, just like you are, and seeing the features and the phenotype of this great colossal, clearly said that this is an African civilization, as they were using the term Negro back then. Thomas Jefferson, who refused for Count Boney's book to be published in the United States. Why? Because we were looked at as 3/5 of a human being. Thomas Jefferson, knowing that the Ruins of the Empire, if that book was published in the United States, that would open up the mind of African people. So he refused, but at least Count Boney was giving a description from his own empirical observation of what he saw here. So anyone coming before this colossal, as countless thousands and millions who have come here over the millenniums, have seen and looked up at this colossal of Haru akhet. Down in the front, that's where you see where the stones representing the constellations and more. So again, Abdul's going to give us some other pointers on akhet, but just to give you some highlights here.